Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
You seem excited tonight, Eric.
I am super pumped. It is a big day for me. It is my 53rd birthday today, so...
Oh, well, happy birthday. I did not know.
Well, thank you. So I'm a little excited about getting a year older and feeling a year older. So that's...
And how old is this? How old?
53 today, sir.
53, that's it?
That's it. Yeah, I got a ways to go.
Wait till you get my age.
Yes, definitely. With that, though, we want to obviously talk. Manny already joining on the chat. Thank you, Manny. So, again, if you are joining us live tonight, join the chat. We'd love to talk to each and every one of you. Look at happy. Thank you. Thank you so much, Manny. I appreciate that. I am a grandpa 3 times over. So, yes. With that being said, you can join the chat live and talk to us. You may hear us later on. We want to thank those that continue to help us grow, and we will start it with our good friends out in Providence, Rhode Island, Ron.
Oh, certainly. Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Coworking. For all your coworking needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
And our good friends in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY FM. We appreciate the support and putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m. And also our good friends at S6E14, Southeast Connecticut Public Access Channel 12 here in Southeast Connecticut. We appreciate the support and putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. If you're watching or listening on any of those platforms, join us every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'd love to have you join us live. Today's show is brought to you by Mark Book. Yes, I heard the story. Yes. Oh, boy. And it's going to be a wild one tonight. We got a lot to cover. So many stories. There's Final Four about to tip off in about an hour. We will cover some of that tonight. Big story in the NFL with one of the top wide receivers, as well as the slow start for the Boston Red Sox. Can't wait to hear Ron's rant on that one. That should be fun. But again, if you guys have anything you'd like to talk about tonight as well, I know Manny had mentioned the World Cup. So, a lot going on there. All of your brackets have been filled, all the groups. So that is another topic that maybe we'll get into a little bit tonight. But Ron, before we start, I always like to try to give these random things. So I'm going to ask you, because I know how your mind works, Ron, and it's different than anyone else's. It really is. But I'm going to ask you this question. I go to see Super Mario Galaxy movie. By the way, I highly recommend it. Amazing. But I was so intent on making sure I went on Wednesday, because it's opening night Wednesday, and I wanted to get a Yoshi popcorn bucket. Oh, as a collector, right? I collect a lot of Mario stuff. So I was like, I'm going to get me a Yoshi bucket. First day, I've got to have it, right? Rob the Robot was in it. It was so funny. So funny. So my question would be this, Ron. If the movie technically releases on a Friday and you release the movie on a Wednesday, and yet you sell out of the Yoshi popcorn bucket because you sold it a week earlier, how does that make any sense? If you're going to have these novelty items, wouldn't you wait till at least the movie comes out before you start to sell them? So I get there, I go to a 7:00 show, and the guy's like, we sold out of them all. I said, wow, already first day? He's like, oh, we started selling them a week ago. Why would you sell them a week ago? The movie came out today. So there was no more Yoshi popcorn buckets.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, and now you go to eBay, they're $100-something. Like, here we go.
Really?
It's out of control.
Oh, I hope I can get one.
Yeah, good luck. They didn't. I'm telling you, they've already been selling them. Like, it makes no sense. Yeah, people are selling them before the premiere. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. It just, to me, it's bad advertising. But I mean, it was everywhere. They're like, "Oh, Yoshi buckets."
Wait till Nintendo hears about this because they won't like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, the millions.
Oh, they're very strict with their rules. You know, they don't allow tournaments from like Project M, which is like the brawl version of Smash Brothers.
Kenny, we should protest.
They're very strict. They're very strict. So if they find out, they could be in trouble.
Yeah. You know the funny thing? One time I bought an amiibo. And if you don't know what amiibo is, it's for the Switch. Okay. So I go to buy one.
A rock.
I don't know with you. And it was at Walmart. And Walmart had it on the shelf. And I knew it was early. It wasn't supposed to be on the shelf for another day. But I'm like, oh, it's on the shelf. I'm going to buy it. So I go up to the counter with it. And the counter, literally, the cashier is like, it won't let me ring it out. It says, do not sell. It won't let them sell it. So he put it out early, which Nintendo's very strict. That's a date. That's what you do. So I don't know if they're involved with the popcorn thing, but
they would be.
It's kind of crazy. But I guess we'll talk some sports. But highly recommend the movie.
Matter of fact, #Nintendo, because I'm sure they'll watch the show.
Oh, they always do. Yeah, I'm sure they're big into it. We got Kenny right now, Manny, Hugo on live. Anybody else out there? Join the chat. Love to hear from you. We're going to talk a lot.
Plenty of people watching already.
Sports tonight, so we are pumped. Let's start, Ron, and kick this party off with the NCAA Final Four. Tip-off tonight in the women's bracket, and then tomorrow in the men's bracket. We're going to talk about each game, give you a little bit about, you just want to keep putting that promo up. No hamstrings attached. Episode 14 of season 6. First game tonight, Ron, UConn versus South Carolina. We talk about two Goliaths, some of the biggest women's teams in the sports history. Your thoughts on this game? 7:00 tonight.
Yeah, this is massive. UConn, I still think would have the edge, but the matchup itself, these are probably like the two best teams in the past, few years.
Yeah. So the crazy thing about this weekend with them, all 4 number 1 seeds made it.
Yes.
And all 4 teams were there last year.
Yes.
So when we talk about powerhouses in women's college basketball,
this is it. This is about as good as it gets.
These are the 4 best teams for the last 2 years. Right?
Legitimately the 4 best teams. And it could go any way, but I really would take UConn out of all of it. Just because of the track record.
Yeah, the experience. Gino Auriemma, obviously what he's been able to do with that program. So the crazy part about this is, though, the Gamecocks have 5 players that are averaging double digits in the tournament. So they're very deep.
Yes.
UConn, the Huskies, 3 players. They're going to need some help from the bench tonight. You got to see that. Gino Auriemma, lifetime versus Dawn Staley, 9-5. But Staley 4-1 in the last 5. Only loss last year in the tournament. So again, these coaches know each other. These players know each other. Oh, they just got the notification that Luka. Oh, good. We're going to talk about that. The rest of the regular season. All right, cool. Good to know, Manny. We'll definitely be covering that. We'll definitely be covering that in a few minutes. But last year, lost in the Final Four. South Carolina could maybe a revenge game. These players, there's a lot of emotion.
The team that I think can beat them, it would be South Carolina, because I think player for player, they match up pretty well to UConn. Yeah. And coaching wise, I mean, that's about as good as you're going to get for a coaching matchup.
Yeah, it's pretty even.
I don't see a better one probably in the history of women's basketball.
Yeah, so this will be a fun game. It's on at 7. We'll probably still be on. I'll give you updates during the game, during the broadcast tonight.
Absolutely.
Second game tonight. So excited. UCLA versus Texas. Bruins. 1 loss this season. You know to who, Ron? These Texas Longhorns. The only team to beat them during the regular season.
Stuff.
Right. So this is another phenomenal matchup. 2 teams that, again, if you look at Texas played bully ball in the regular season, forced a lot of turnovers. Lauren Betts, UCLA's best player, was held to 8 points, her lowest of the season. This is going to be a struggle for both teams because I think they're going to try to feel each other out for a bit. Whose style can dictate
it's going to be a
the
war,
pace,
to be honest with
right? Yeah, who can dictate this pace? It's going to be an unbelievable motivation, though, obviously, for Texas, right? Losing it to UCLA last year. Again, we talk about that revenge game. This could be it.
Yeah, I think this is the more intriguing of the 2 games, to be honest with you. I think there is going to be a lot of contact in that lane because nobody's going to want to give an inch.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a physical challenge for both of these teams to get anything really going in a flow. I don't see a lot of big runs for teams in this one. I think this is just going to be a gut check.
Back and
really.
Forth. Yeah. And I will say this, Texas mentally knows they can beat them now, right? You beat them in the regular season. You know what you have to do. It's can you mimic it again?
Right.
Which isn't always easy to do, right? Yeah. Sometimes we've seen teams get beat in the regular season and then come playoffs, things change. So, again, women tonight, April 5th is their matchup for the finals. So this Sunday. Let's talk some men's here because these 2 teams as well, these 4 teams as well, play tomorrow night. UConn, number 2 UConn at number 3 Illinois, or versus Illinois, not at. Again, Huskies. I don't know if you watched the Elite 8 game, but the fact that they won in dramatic fashion against Duke, coming back from 19 points down, hitting the 3-point shot with 0.4 seconds left in the game. Holy cow, what a game. Did they use I guess my question would be this, Ron. Did they use all their energy to beat Duke, and that could hurt them in tomorrow night's game?
It's gonna. This happens so many times in sports when you get a big game and it is so emotional and you expend so much energy. I look for UConn to run out of gas in the 4th quarter, and I think Illinois is going to take advantage of that. Second half, rather. Yes.
Yeah. I will say this. Carabin, one of the best players in UConn history on the men's side. Again, I don't know if they're going to play for him. Like, this is his last season there. Here's the key in this game to me. UConn keeps it close. They cannot go down by 19. But if they keep it close, Illinois this season 0-5 in games decided by 3 points or fewer. They crack under pressure. UConn has to make sure this game is close at the end. The final 3 to 4 minutes of this game. If Illinois got like an 8 to 10 point lead, I don't think you see the same thing happen like you did with Duke.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's one of those things that that's the team's makeup, right? You know, they got to run up the score on UConn, and that's how they have to just take it to them.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to close games, they don't have that guy that's just going to be, you know, the one to do it because they haven't done that all year long. And when you are what you are, so you have to put up the points. You got to take advantage of UConn early and hope that they're just not awake yet.
And I will say this, these teams faced each other in November on the 28th. UConn did win that matchup 74-61. So Solo Ball was actually incredible in that game. You got to get great guard play from UConn in this game, and then see what happens from there. Reed has been phenomenal for them down low, so they need to hit some shots. UConn has not shot the ball.
If they
well.
don't hit shots early, they're going to be in trouble.
UConn has not shot the ball well in this tournament. All right, this is probably one of the most anticipated Final Four matchups that we've seen in a few years now. Number 1 Arizona versus number 1 Michigan. Both these teams considered heavy favorites to win the whole thing. So the fact that they got to face each other one game early, right now it's all on the line. Both these teams did it in different degrees too. Arizona with true freshmen, 3 freshmen that kind of led the way and have completely taken a massive leap in their careers. Michigan transfer portal got a lot of players from the transfer portal, all stepped in, all contributed. This game features a ton of NBA draft picks in it, Ron.
Yeah.
What do you expect to see out of this game?
Well, see, it's a tall order for Arizona, believe it or not, because you got probably the best offense in college basketball, with Michigan. I mean, they can score. Now, you have one of the best defensive teams, especially in this tournament. Arizona has been lights out with the defense. And they have to be all over that 3-point shooting so that way they can stay close.
Mm-hmm.
And so defensively for them is key in this game. If you let them take those shots, Michigan is just going to run it up on you. And I don't feel that Arizona has the personnel offensively to make a comeback. So they have to keep it close. It has to.
Keep it close. Both these coaches in this matchup were pursued by North Carolina, who's obviously looking for a coaching hire. Tommy Lloyd had just signed an extension yesterday to try to, debunk all of that. Dusty May said he's not expected to go anywhere unless Michigan lets him go. So, again, you're talking about top coaches in this basketball, college basketball, and now you're also looking at some of the top players. I thought you'd be favoring Arizona in this. I know we're going to do our predictions later in the show, but that LeBron James' son is a redshirt freshman for the Wildcats. So I just figured that would give you more motivation.
Wait, what?
Yeah, his son plays for the Arizona Wildcats, but he hasn't played this year.
Oh, you're not talking Bronny?
No, not Bronny. No, Bryce.
Is
it Bryce? I think it's Bryce. Bryce James.
Oh my God! There's another one.
Yeah. We did a Twitter poll. Michigan and Arizona split 50-50 to win the title. So again, if you're looking at it, most people think that's one of these two teams coming out is expected to win the title. When that matchup happens. So fatherly groom. All right, Twitter. We got some Twitter hits here tonight too, as well. All right, guys. So let us know out there. You're going to watch the games tonight, who you're excited about. We will do our predictions other than the UConn game because it will be on while we're on. So want to do a prediction on that game, Ron? I mean, not that we're going to count it.
What game?
The UConn is South Carolina game.
UConn.
You going UConn?
Yeah.
You don't think Dawn Staley can do it again?
No.
All right. All right, out there, who you think? UConn, South Carolina, who you picking? All right, Ron, let's talk some NFL. This story came out this week about Puka Nacua, obviously the top wide receiver for the Rams. He checked himself into rehab. Do you think this will hurt his long-term contract negotiations?
It probably should. I don't know if it will, but it should.
Yeah, so a couple of different things I looked at, Ron. First and foremost, he's in rehab, according to his lawyer, for some time. Definitely UConn, Manny. All right. Nacua does have a lawsuit pending from an incident on New Year's Eve where he used some, obviously derogatory
Anti-Semitic.
language, anti-Semitic comments, and bit supposedly someone.
Yeah, he went Tyson.
Yeah. So except shoulder, it wasn't ear. So I mean, it's
No,
not
not
as
ear,
bad.
but
It's not as bad. So when I started to look at it, a lot of people were talking about Jackson Smith and Jigba, his contract, the highest in NFL history at $168.6 million over 4 years, $42.15 million per year. You start to look at it and you're going, Nakua, his numbers are better. So I looked at it. Puka Nakua's numbers, 44 games run, 313 receptions for 4,191 yards, a 13.4 yards per reception, 19 touchdowns, 2 Pro Bowls, and All-Pro in the Rookie of the Year. Jackson Smith and Jigba actually played in 7 more games and has less receptions, 282 receptions, less yards, 3,551, averages less yards per reception at 12.6, 1 more touchdown, 2 Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro, and an Offensive Player of the Year. And obviously the championship this year. If you start to look at it, Puka Nakua should shatter that 42 million. This is seriously starting to put his long-term career in jeopardy when it comes to contracts, because if I'm a
sure
team,
he gets that contract.
Do I trust? I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba, we haven't heard a thing about him. He's a model citizen, a team player, right? All these things that you want in your organization.
Manny's right about that. I think he does get more targets. You know, you have more opportunity because you have Stafford throwing it to him.
Yeah. And look at Devontae Adams' numbers when you put the two of them together.
Yeah.
But Puka needs to understand that his image outside of football is going to ultimately affect him more than anything else.
Yeah.
Glad he's seeking help. Glad you're looking for a way to maybe better yourself and understand why you're doing the things you're doing.
Yeah, but is he really
seeking
help for it? I mean, look, you know, when you have a philosophy and you're anti-Semitic, I don't know if rehab is going to change that.
But do we know why maybe because he was under the influence of something else that it caused him? So
he's just trying to better himself according to the lawyer. But really, do you believe a lawyer?
No, yeah, well, you can't.
You know, look, yes, he's in rehab, but you know, once you're out on the field, are you going to remember your phases you go through in rehab? Or are you just going to show your true self?
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I listen. Les Snead, he's the Rams GM. He was asked about it in being hesitant about signing Nakua to a long-term contract. This is what he said. This to me sounds like we are not about to our plans to sign him long-term. Yeah. Right now, we're just focused on the human being, and then we'll get to that step. And that's a quote. So when you start to look at it, his focus is let's get this guy okay. And then at some point we will think about it, but, right? Whereas in my eyes, if you're looking strictly based on the numbers, Nakua would clearly shatter these JSN's numbers from a contract standpoint.
Do we know how many years he has left as
a current contract now? I can check right now for you.
Spot Rack.
Yes.
See? Sponsor a Spot Rack. You should be doing that.
Let's see. Contract. He is currently unrestricted free agent after this season.
So he's got this last year.
2026, he's going to make 5.8 million. And then he's an unrestricted free agent. So, yeah, last year he played for 1.1.
I can see the team possibly doing a 3-year deal, an extension maybe for 2 or 3.
Yeah, Manny. No, Hugo. Never believe a lawyer. Yeah, I mean,
that's
yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's like
as a representative, right? As a representative of Puka Nakua, what's he going to say? Yeah, the guy's a d-bag, not doing what he's supposed to do. Like. Of course, he's going to say he's working on himself. He's trying to do. Yeah, he's
just misunderstood.
Yeah. So Listen, this to
Hey,
me,
at least Mel didn't bite anybody.
this to me, honestly, it starts to put in question. And I'm not comparing the two players. So here, before people go crazy on me and like that's not even the same. Aaron Hernandez played hard. He put his head through a lot of trauma. We know the CTE situation and the things he did. If you look at how Puka Nacua plays, physically, I compare the two as to being very similar. Like Puka Nacua takes a lot of hits. He looks for contact. He's trying. So I'm just saying that mentally, they may want to try to challenge how he plays the game more because I think that's ultimately affecting him outside of football. I could be wrong. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, see, I think people give that, in Aaron Hernandez's case, a little too much. He was a scumbag,
Oh yeah, no, I'm not
way back.
I'm just saying you take those constant hits, those constant, right? Like your head's not going to be right.
No.
I mean, his was already messed up. I'm just saying if Nacua keeps playing the way he's playing, ultimately, too, from a contract standpoint, I would look at it and say, I don't know if this is affecting him even outside of football.
You gotta wonder why he's anti-Semitic. I mean, that you have to look at how he grew up. That's what you look at. And if there was a problem with that, then he needs to understand, why it's wrong. And until he does that,
which is crazy
he's never going to change until he knows that.
Yeah, he needs to understand too. You represent the Rams organization, and that's not something I'm sure they want to be attached to. So, crazy story.
If you go to work, Eric, if you go to work and you say something to someone that is anti-Semitic, are you going to still have a job?
No, I shouldn't.
And I'm tired of athletes being able to keep their job for that. That kind of stuff, whether you're beating on a woman, or you're using, derogatory terms towards any race or, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. I will say this, Ron. I got a crazy stat for you. I mean, we're gonna.
I'm glad. I should have made. I keep saying I want to make, a graphic for that, and I keep forgetting about it.
So here's your crazy stat for the NFL. Now think about this from a wide receiver standpoint. Daddy issues. He could have daddy issues. You never know. I don't know if his dad's around or not.
It's true though. I mean, there's a lot.
So with 1,361 yards in his career, Tavon Austin has the most rushing yards in NFL history. You would think it'd be more for wide receiver.
Oh, a wide receiver's rushing yards.
For a wide receiver, 1,361 yards is the most, right? Deebo Samuel, who's still playing in the league, should break it. He's at 1,218.
Oh, God. He'll do that by, like, week 4.
So, like, crazy to think about. Though that you think about all these reverses and things, and I guess just wide receivers don't get as many yards as we think.
Yeah, that's surprising, actually.
1,361 is the all-time leading
because running
wide
backs
receiver
get a
for
lot
rushing
of,
yards.
Receiving
receptions, right? Yeah. So it's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
you figure with the speed and the skill that receivers have, you just want to put it in their hands.
Yeah. So this is probably why we don't see as many wide receiver reverses.
Yeah, I guess.
Things.
Maybe they drop the ball too much.
Hey, all right, my friend. We are going to move on to our starting 5.
This is a good one. This is a real good
This was insane.
It was so hard.
I almost pulled a run. I got 4 honorable mentions in this. So we are going to
I have 5.
UConn's starting 5 all-time women's basketball players. So we talk about the history of UConn Huskies women's basketball. They have had a ton a ton of players.
There's a
that
lot
have
of
been
great ones.
phenomenal. And I thought about this as I was doing this list, Ron, and you may feel the same way. Some of the players that we left off this list, unfortunately, because they were with so many other great players, their numbers were just as good, if not better in certain cases. How about them refs? With what, Hugo? Am I missing something? Are you talking about the NFL hiring refs again?
Oh yeah, they're in a contract dispute.
Which I
I'm not watching replacement refs. I'm letting the NFL know right now. I'm not watching.
One of my favorite things that I get to see is when they show that replay in the Green Bay game where one guy's saying no catch and the other guy's saying touchdown at the same time. And I still remember that. Like, what was happening there? It's like one guy's like no catch, the other guy's touchdown, and you're supposed to talk to each other.
It's a $1 billion industry, and if they don't pay these guys, I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
So they're trying to bring in replacement refs now to kind of get them up to speed, which is still crazy. I don't. We'll see where it goes, Hugo. We'll definitely be talking about it, I'm sure. But let's start off with the starting 5 UConn women's basketball players of all time. Again, their game's tonight, so we figured this would be a cool one to do. Ron, you are first tonight, so I can't wait for your 5 honorable mentions. So Ron's starting 10. I only have a starting 9 this week.
See, you're just as bad.
One time.
All right, so I have Nafisa Collier.
Great player on my honorable mention. Agreed.
I have Paige Beckers on my honorable mention.
Honorable mention. All-time points per game in UConn history.
I also have Sue Bird on my honorable mention.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Jennifer Rosati, honorable mention.
Back in the day, Rosati, yeah.
And last but not least, Rebecca Lobo.
What?
Honorable mention.
Wow, I am shocked. I also had Tina Charles, honorable mention, and Swin Cash, honorable mention. Along with Collier and Becker. So those were my honorable mentions.
There was just so many great ones. This was hard.
Yeah.
Wait till you get. Oh, wait!
All right.
I cannot wait for this.
All right, so let's do this. Number 5 for you, all-time UConn women's basketball player is.
I have Kalina Mosqueda Lewis.
Okay.
3-time champ. That's why she beat out some of the others that are in my honorable mention.
Okay.
1 player of the year. 7th all-time in points with 2,178. And because those 3 championships really vaulted her above the others that have maybe 1 or 2.
Okay. I went at number 5, Rebecca Lobo. Number 1 all-time in blocks per game. Number 1 in rebounds per game. Really started this dynasty. She was one of the first players to win it with Gino Auriemma back in the 90s. So obviously the impact she made for the school. 1-time Naismith, 1-time AP Player of the Year, and 1 championship. So Rebecca Lobo for me at number 5. Ron, you're number 4.
Number 4, I have Tina Charles at number 4. 2-time champion, 1-time the Naismith Player of the Year, 1-time first team, whatever they call it there, first team All-American.
Yeah.
5th all-time in points with 2,346. 1st in rebounds, 1,367. 4 years? Really? Yeah. And 5th all-time in blocks with 304. I just thought she was a great player.
No, she was. And that's why I said this was a tough list. At number 4 for me, I had Sue Bird. 3rd all-time in assists per game. She won a Naismith AP Player of the Year and 2 championships. Sue Bird, number 4 for me, UConn ladies. So at least
I'm a fan of Sue Bird. She's one of my favorites.
Top 3. But we got 3 left, Ron.
I know. Number 3, and you're going to be stunned. Brianna Stewart is number 3 for me. 4-time champ. She won every year. Every year. There's reasons. 4-time champ, 3-time player of the year, 2nd all-time in points with 2676, 5th all-time in rebounds with 1,179, 1st all-time with blocks, 414 blocks is just insane. 100 blocks a year. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy numbers. But I have her at number 3, Eric.
Yeah, I'm shocked. That one shocked me. At number 3 for me, and the fact that she's number 3, this is one of the greatest basketball players in college, women's college basketball, Maya Moore. Maya Moore, number 3, 2nd all-time in points per game, 19.7 points per game. A 2-time Wooden winner, 2-time AP Player of the Year, a 2-time champion. Maya Moore was phenomenal, and then what she was able to do in the WNBA and carry that on. But she was such a good player. Maya Moore at 3 for me was a tough one for me. That was a tough one.
It is. It is very difficult. This was a very difficult one.
Number 2.
Number 2, I have Diana Taurasi at number 2. I'm waiting for it. Oh, no boos or anything like that?
No.
All right. 3-time champion. So that's pretty good right there. 2-time player of the year. 10th all-time in points with 2156. 3rd all-time in assists with 648. She is a 2-time All-American, first-team All-American. But what really mattered to me, she was born June 11th. My birthday.
That's a great reason to have her at number 2, Ron.
Number 2.
At number 2 for me, Diana Taurasi. 2-time Naismith, 1-time AP Player of the Game. You're also talking about the 3 championships. And then obviously her WNBA career was just ridiculous. But she to me is one of those staples when you look at her from a UConn basketball. You always remember Diana Taurasi on this team. So
yeah, absolutely.
So,
she's a staple in women's basketball, period.
Yeah. I feel like our 3 just flip-flop because I'm sure at number 1 you have.
Oh, okay. My number 1 is Maya Moore.
Mm-hmm.
And you already went through, her stats, the 2-time champion, 4 first-team All-American. 4. Every year she was the first-team All-American. 1st in points, 2nd in rebounds, 4th in steals, 2-time player of the year, the whole bit, right? But you want to know what put her at number 1, Eric? Want to take a guess?
I would love to know.
She was also born on June 11th, my birthday.
I feel like that's
together. Me, Maya, and Diana are the big 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of us bigger than the others.
Just saying. Okay. Just saying.
All right. Because at number 1, it has to be Breanna Stewart, bro. How did she not make number 1
for me? It would have been
3-time AP Player of the Year, 2 Woodens, 3 Naismiths.
Yeah.
And to your point, 4 national champions. Bro,
yeah.
She didn't lose in college.
No, she didn't.
Like Breanna Stewart.
She would clearly be the number 1 for me,
except for her birthday. When was her birthday, Ron? That's what we need to know.
Yeah, it didn't. It wasn't June 11th, and that was the problem.
I'm going to look it up because I feel like there should have been a reason. Besides that, birthday.
You got it?
I am checking right now. She was born on August 27th. No. Yeah, August 27th.
Yeah, no.
All right. Damn it. She was so close. 2 months. She would have made number 1. Number 1. Oh, that's horrible.
I saw that with those 2, and I'm like, oh, damn.
What's the odds they both had the same birthday, too? That's kind of crazy, right? They're some of the greatest players in women's basketball history have the same birthday. That's nuts. All right.
No, there's got to be some way that they come on the show on June 11th, so that way we can have a party.
Let's do it. You send that invite. All right. Let's talk some NBA. There's a big story. Manny has said that there's a notification. I'm checking again because I don't see anything. Oh, Los Angeles Lakers star is out indefinitely. He will miss the remainder of the regular season, and his status is uncertain beyond that. All right. Yeah. So that is official.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic out for the rest of the regular season after injuring his hamstring last night in the loss to the Thunder. Does this spell ultimate doom for the Lakers in their playoff hopes?
Well, the whole thing, I don't think there is any playoff hopes at this point. It doesn't matter now because they were getting handed to them by OKC. It's one of those things that, you're a big brother to this little punk that wants to hang out with you and kind of like annoys the heck out of you.
Yeah,
and they finally had to say, you know what, get out of here, kid. Right. And that's what they did. They were up by 30 at halftime, for Christ's sakes. Like they had no business keeping Luka in that game at that point. And you get what you deserve.
In another life, Ron was an all-star in the WNBA. He was known as the massive pile of nothing in the center of the court. It was his nickname. Them two gonna be getting drunk on their birthday. That maybe three of them. And we got to get this guy in there. Have a party for the three of them.
You say this, Eric, but like I said, I have won a slam dunk contest before.
Yeah, it was Nerf, but it don't matter.
No. Real basketball.
I think you are selling the Lakers short based on what we saw in the month. They were one of the hottest teams. Luka was one of the hottest players in the league.
They got their butts whooped by OKC. OKC is just tired of them hanging around, and they just took it to them, and they embarrassed them. And I think that, the injury probably isn't even as bad. I mean, I'm not saying he's not injured. I'm not saying that. I don't think it's as bad. They're just going to rest him up for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Say goodbye to your potential MVP, Luka.
Yeah, he's going to miss it by one game because he's got 64 games in the regular season. You have to play 65.
That's why you shouldn't have gotten suspended.
For the technicals, right?
I feel so bad for him.
Listen, there's 5 games left in the regular season. They were only a game ahead of Denver for the 3rd seed. So right now, 4-5 matchup would be the Rockets. The Rockets are 2.5 games behind the Lakers. If the Lakers go on a losing streak right now, they become the 5th seed. Now I don't think they could get to 6, but they'll be the 5th seed if the Rockets can win 3 games and they lose 3 games.
You have to travel on the road.
Now you're going to be on the road for the first round. That's where I think it hurts.
Be out first round anyway. I don't care.
And I will say this: how much can you expect LeBron James to carry this team? Which I can't. I like Austin Reeves. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's a superstar player. They needed Luka Doncic healthy going into the postseason. I will say this, Ron. As much as we like Luka, and I know you favor him more, you like Luka Doncic for a while now. These injuries, especially late in the season, and he was healthy this year. Like, he looked good. He lost weight. He tried to get himself in shape. Anthony Edwards also shut down, but that guy should shut his mouth too.
See, now that's the difference, and Kenny saying it, I like Luka as a player, and he just has a carefree kind of attitude, and like Anthony Edwards he's not likable. And it's like
he's ineligible too now. Anthony Edwards ineligible for NFL NBA postseason awards.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get it anyway.
Well, not MVP, but I guess he can't win anything now.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
feel bad for Luka, but I don't like the fact that he's on the Lakers. So
yeah, I was thinking about this one. I was thinking about this. We talked about it when the Dallas Mavericks made it to the finals against the Celtics.
Yeah. He
was injured. He was playing on that bad knee that you could see the blood coming through. And it goes to show that when people start talking about the greats of all time in the NBA, and we want to put all these guys in that bucket, this is where I say you got to start to look at the whole thing. Michael Jordan didn't miss games. Didn't miss games. He played 82 games a year. He played every single postseason, even with the flu. But you know what I mean? Like, when you start to look, Tom Brady became the GOAT because Tom Brady played every year. He didn't miss time. He wasn't out. And a lot of these guys today, Anthony Edwards to me,
they're brittle.
Anthony Edwards to me is another guy that wants all the popularity, but doesn't want to put in the work. Luka Doncic is one of those guys that you can never count on when you need him the most. If he didn't play the first 30 games of the season, but was here for the Lakers in the postseason, that's what the Lakers signed up for. They didn't sign up for a guy that is going to miss postseason every year or the potential to miss postseason every year. LeBron James at 40, I know you hate LeBron, but at 41 years old, the man don't miss games. He chooses to sit, but he is physically right. But he is physically, Ron, in a position where if he had to play 82, he could. And how does a guy that's 26 now can't figure it out?
It's just the mentality. I really think,
Manny, I'm not even justifying that comment.
You're looking at, the past players. It is socially okay to take time off now. Back then, no, you don't take time off. You don't miss games, and and the only sport that is like that now is hockey. Because there was a time where NFL players don't miss games. Now, I'm sitting out today. And watch, when we go to 18 games in the NFL, they're only required to play 17 of them. I mean, what does that say about sports? This is why when we compare now to then, I always go with the players from then because they were tougher. They put everything they had into it. They didn't leave anything off the table. They bled for it. They put everything into it.
And I'm not saying,
I always take those players over the new players now.
We're not saying he's not hurt. Like, he's had a hamstring injury early in the year. He missed games then. I'm not saying he's not hurt. I would say this, though. If I'm the Lakers, I've invested a lot of money and time and expectations that this is going to be the guy that's going to get us back to the championship. I don't think he is. I don't think he will ever have a fully healthy season where you can count on Luka Doncic to carry you in the postseason. I disagree with you. I think they had a shot. It may not have been a great shot, but I think they had a shot in the postseason. They definitely don't without Luka. Like, that's done.
No,
like, they're out. Like, they're probably 4 straight swept. See you later.
Yeah.
Look,
you like him as a player. Everybody, you can't help but like him as a player. He's great when he's playing. And again, we talk about these same players every single year.
Every year.
They're out. That's it.
Year. All right, Ron. Crazy stat time. Victor Wembanyama had his block streak end this season. He had 101 games straight with a block.
Wow.
Incredible, right?
That is.
Not the record, though, Ron.
No.
You know who's number 1? Or do you want to know who's number 2 first? We'll give you number 2. Somebody you would know. I'm going to give you a little hint.
I know, Mutombo.
116 straight games with a block. You're like, wow, that's incredible. 116.
Yeah.
Not the all-time record, though. And this man never won a Defensive Player of the Year award. The number one player all-time in consecutive blocks. Patrick Ewing, 145 straight games with a block. And he did it twice where he had 100, over 100. So 145 is the record. Wemby was chasing it. He didn't get to it.
Boy, that's a player that you look back and it's like, wow, I can't believe he didn't win a championship.
Right? Man,
that's
crazy. 145 straight games with a
block. That's a lot of
pretty
games.
Damn good. That's pretty.
I got a feeling that Wemby is going to break that.
I don't know because Wemby too is. We talked brittle. Wemby sat yesterday.
I knew he did
because he won't do back-to-back games still. Again, another player that if the Spurs are going to get to the finals, which I think they can, he's going to have to up his minutes past 29. He's going to have to play every game. So again, we got to start to look at some of these guys that the athletes today are a lot different, Ron. And you said it.
And I don't like it. I despise the attitude towards their games.
Yeah. All right, Ron. Let's talk some Major League Baseball. And your Boston Red Sox are off to a slow start. Is it time?
My Boston Red Sox?
Is there time to be concerned about the Boston?
Why
Red
would
Sox?
I be concerned? I told you this was going to happen.
You did.
Look, when you sign 0 free agents in an offseason as
Sonny
a
Gray.
Boston team.
Sonny Gray.
First of all, I can't believe there isn't more of an uproar over that. Like, literally, they only re-signed a free agent. That's it. They didn't go out and get anybody. And this is what you have. Like, did you expect any different?
I would say there's a couple of things that
staff sucks.
It's way too early. It's 162 games. Right in baseball, so I mean, whatever. Nobody's going to remember what happens in April. Hey, nobody's going to remember what happens in April. Like it doesn't matter. No, but I will say this: here's some
win it in April, but you can lose it in April.
Yeah, here's a concern right now. If I'm a Boston Red Sox fan, Trevor Story batting 138. He led your team last year.
Wonderful.
And he has 13 strikeouts. Roman Anthony, who's supposed to be your superstar, right? He's going to be the guy. Batting 227, 11 strikeouts. These guys are already having double-digit strikeouts. That's concerning to me. They're needed. If this team's going to be successful, those two players have to have good seasons. On top of it, you're currently 22nd in batting average as a team. Last year, you finished 4th. So you're batting 208. You batted 254. If the bats don't come alive for Boston, to your point, pitching isn't going to cut it. But think about this, Ron. They're 26th in ERA right now at 4.91. Last season, they finished 5th in ERA at 3.70. The pitching staff has to figure it out, and it can't be one guy. It can't be
it's like this, Eric? Think about it. Everybody that had a good season last year that was a free agent, they let walk. Why? Because they don't want to pay anybody. And this is a problem. Look, if you sign what's his face there? God, I can't think of the pitcher's name offhand. But he has a great season and you let him walk. The year before, they did the same thing. They're trying to get free money is basically what they're trying for because they're just hoping reclamation projects work out. And they don't.
Well, the problem is going to be, Ron, you have to look at, again, fans keep going to the games. They keep making money.
Right.
They're going to continue to do this type of thing where, like, if we get there, great. If we don't, they have not fixed some. Listen, they got 6 errors so far, which is second most in the Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
As a team. A 9.72 percentage in the field. You know who was the worst team last year? The Boston Red Sox finished 30th last year, and they haven't fixed defensively what they need to do. They didn't upgrade their pitching, right? The guys that were pitching well, you got rid of. So that 5th in ERA last year is going to take a dive.
Right.
Trevor Story, we talk about those often injured athletes. Here's a guy that finally played a full season, and he's capable of putting up great numbers, but you're banking on Trevor Story to be your guy again for 2 years straight? That's like asking, you know what I mean, for the sun not to set. It's a guarantee that guy's getting hurt.
All of it. It's all of it. You look at who they had at third base, Alex Bregman, right? You made a big deal out of him coming in, playing third base, and putting Devers as a DH. He didn't like it. And now, here we go. You let Bregman go after having to trade away your guy. Now you have neither of them. Yeah. And now you have Durbin at third base. How is that a step up? It's not. It is bad all the way around. And it's just stuff like that that gets me so frustrated. And I'm not paying attention to them. I hope, and I said this already once on the show this year, I hope they come dead last. And I hope that fans stop going to the games because nothing is going to change. And that's just how it is with the Red Sox. They don't care about you as a fan.
They are content with trying to just make it in.
No, they don't even care.
But I'm just saying, Ron, what I'm saying to you is this. If they get in, they're like, wow, look at how great we did, right? Last season. Great example. Last season. Nobody expected the Boston Red Sox to make the postseason.
Yeah.
So for the Red Sox, they're like, hey, look at us, right? Like, we're still winning. We still get in, right? The fans start to believe it. That's why the Yankees is the best New England team. They're not from New England, the Yankees. I am a Yankees fan. We don't consider them New England. But this is what I'm saying, Ron. For them this year, it's the same thing. Like, hey, we're not supposed to get there. If we get there, great. Look at all our fans will still be like, wow, look at the Red Sox making the postseason. They are not trying to win World Series.
No.
As much as we hate the Dodgers for what they're doing, the Dodgers are trying to win every year. They don't care. They are going to pay whatever they got to pay to try to win a championship. Probably one of the only teams that does it now. The Yankees don't. The Mets don't as much as they should. The Red Sox are the complete opposite of that. They will see how they can. It's like going to Aldi's instead of going to a regular chain market because you want to, it's just as good. It's just a little bit different, the brand, right? Because you're trying to find something good.
They're all generics, is what you're
right?
saying.
Exactly. Like you're just trying to we can blend in with all these other things and people may think we're good. And they're not. They're just not. Their ownership is absolutely horrible. And I'm not a Red Sox fan, and I can't stand how they run this team.
Also double down on that, Eric, because you know what they do when things aren't going very well and fans aren't coming to the game? You know what they do? They dip into David Ortiz, Pedro Martinez.
No, they'll bring back
Jason Verite.
Yeah, of course.
They keep bringing them for an appearance so that way people go.
Yeah.
And they're going to get tired of it.
Can I say this too? Because I was saying they went to the dollar store. Why is it not the $1.25 store now?
Yeah, I know.
Right? Change the name. It's not.
That's why I'm going to be an Atlanta Braves fan.
They looked good. They look good. They putting up some runs. All right, Ron.
Atlanta Braves have always had a good organization.
Socks up.
We know they're not going to overpay for somebody.
I get to say it, and he's going to agree with me. Socks up. All right, crazy stat time. This one's crazy. I don't know if you saw NASA just sent people to the moon.
Yeah. We went further than no one else has gone before.
Are you excited about this stat, Ron? Ron, crazy stat. There have been more people that have walked on the moon. There were 12 people that have walked on the moon than runs that Mariano Rivera gave up in the postseason in his history, 11. He only gave up 11 runs during his entire postseason career.
Were they all to Boston?
No, they weren't. Because it was one in Arizona where they lost the World Series. But think about that. 11 runs given up in his entire career in the postseason. More people have walked on the moon.
I know.
That is crazy to think about. You don't even know that.
Come up with that one.
Huh?
Where'd you come up with that?
Listen, the crazy stat, man. We find it. We find it. We find it everywhere. Holy cow. 12
I'm
people
so
have
angry
walked on.
about that.
I'm more pissed off. How is there only 12 people that have walked on the moon? All we hear about is they go to the moon. They're going out of space. They're going to this. There's only been 12 people that ever walked on the moon. That's probably crazy to me.
Ever.
But
We've
12.
gone further. It's unbelievable.
Ron, 12 people? 12?
People.
That don't sound right. 12 people. All right, we're going to move on, Ron. And before we move on, all right, Hugo, thanks for joining, man. We appreciate it. You have a great night. He's going to watch the UConn game, I'm sure. All right. Before we get into our split decisions, Ron, can we get some shout out to our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island?
Sure. Tonight's show is brought to you by the almost new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including this show, Sports Unfolded, and the Brian Bulldog Sports Hour. Check them out, 990 WBOB, as well as our good friends in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY. I always got to say it that way. I don't know. FM for putting us on every Saturday, and our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, S6E14 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for the support. We appreciate it. And all of you that are joining us live, so much fun tonight. Keep it coming, guys. But it is time for split decisions, Ron. Our split decision segment, we basically give each other two more likely questions, and we got to make a decision. You are first tonight, Ron. So you start us off with your first split decision. Okay, so what team is more likely to finish last in their division? Would it be the Boston Red Sox, Chicago White Sox, or the Athletics that have no city apparently?
Sacramento? Are they Sacramento right now?
I don't think it matters.
They're
still better than Red Sox.
So one of my split decisions is about the Chicago White Sox, so I'm going Chicago White Sox all day.
Okay.
Because they are a bad team. They're a bad team. And you'll find out why in a minute. But yeah, I think Boston, listen, they'll probably be middle of the ground. The A's, just Chicago's almost a lock. They're a lock to finish last. Lock.
They're pretty bad.
They're bad. All right, Ron, your first split decision.
That's a big market.
Yeah, Chicago, but they got the Cubs. That's why they don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, though.
North, south side, whatever.
Nobody likes the White Sox.
Yeah, they don't.
It's their history that's doing it. It's karma.
Yeah. All right, Ron, your first split decision. Is it more likely Kirk Cousins, who just signed with the Raiders, will be the starter at the beginning of the season, lose his starting job during the season, or will be the backup from day one when the season starts?
Loses starting position during the season.
So expected for them to go Fernando Mendoza at number one. Tune in live for the NFL draft with Sports Unfolded. We're excited. We'll make sure
that
we talk April 25th. 4th,
is that a Thursday?
Probably.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, I agree with you. I think they're going to give Cousins the keys to the car first. Kubiak has played with him or coached with him in Minnesota, so it makes sense. But a great quarterback to learn from. He's a guy that will definitely help Mendoza because I think he's at the end of his career. But all right, great. Your second split decision, Ron.
All right, what team that is currently in a play-in position is more likely to make it to the NBA Finals?
Oof.
Orlando Magic, Miami Heat, Toronto Raptors, or the Charlotte Hornets?
I'm taking the Heat out. I don't think they're good. I don't care. Ever since that Bam 83 game, they stink. Toronto, I'm not buying either. So that leaves me with Charlotte and Orlando. I like the Magic. I like Paulo Banchero. I think he's a great player. But the way the Hornets are playing, they look. Listen, you got a rookie now that is breaking Steph Curry records for shooting. We know what Steph Curry did in his career and how far he got his team. You could eventually see the Charlotte Hornets turning into that. I like Ball because I think LaMelo Ball can make players better. I didn't say the yes at the end of it. Nice try, Ron. This is a family show, bro.
Didn't say a word.
You don't have to. For those that are watching and not listening, trust me, you can tell what his face is.
I was just thinking of Knupel.
Yeah.
Everybody pronounces his name Knupel or Knipple even.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like Knight. Do we call him Bobby Knight?
So I'm going Charlotte Hornets. I think they have the best shot. I don't think they make the final. I don't think any of those 4 teams make the finals, but I would say if I had to choose one, I like the Hornets. All right, Ron. Your second split decision. Is it more likely that the Chicago White Sox finish with the worst point differential in Major League Baseball history, which is currently 723? That is the point differential that that team finished.
Really? That bad?
Yeah. It was like in the 1800s.
Wow.
They tie the record, or they finish better than the record. So let me tell you this first. They are currently on pace for 802. Their point differential per game so far has been 5 points per game, or 5 runs per game, not points. 5 runs per game. So they could technically with more than 723. I just want to preface that because I feel like that's important for your decision.
Well, they're not going to tie the record. I mean, that's just stupid.
You never know. All right, I threw it in there. You don't know.
I think they'll. Wow, that's pretty bad. I think the differential will be. Ooh, Jesus! I can just picture them getting blown out every day.
Every game.
I don't think they're going to have that many. I think it'll be.
They
less.
play today. Let's see if they played today, Ron, because that might be important too.
That might be important.
They have not played yet. Oh wait, did they play today? Oh, they won 5-4.
Okay, so I'm going less definitely.
All right, look at
they can win a game. That's a positive.
See that?
You know, if they can win 20 games,
yeah,
they're not going to break that record.
All right. So
who knows? Well, I mean, they'll catch up because they'll be playing the Red Sox eventually.
Oh man, you and the Red Sox. So, all right, with that, Ron, we're going to move on to our NHL talk. This story. It's strange to me. So I know you're my hockey guy, but I'd like to start a little bit here first. So the Vegas Golden Knights, they have fired their head coach, Bruce Cassidy. And I guess my question would be, why this late in the season? There are not that many games left. There's like 2 weeks left of the season, if that. The team is saying that basically they felt they needed to bring in a different person to lead their team at this time. They hired John Tortorella. So I'm going to ask you this question, Ryan, because I started to look at the numbers. In the 4 seasons, not the hotel, the 4 seasons that Bruce Cassidy was the head coach, he had a win percentage of .626 with the Vegas Golden Knights, a winning percentage of .600 in the postseason, and obviously he won a cup. John Tortorella, in his career, is a .538 win percentage, barely over 500, and a .467 win percentage in the postseason. The man won 1 cup in 2003. That's 23 years ago. If I am the Vegas Golden Knights and my goal is to get to the Stanley Cup, how does this move make sense?
All right. Now, you gotta look at all the factors of all of this, right? And I get that. You look at the coaching records and all that. I get that part of it. Okay, but this team has really been playing poorly.
Yeah,
and
8-15-4 and since January 19th. So there's 7 games under 500.
Right. And it's looking like it's an effort thing. And when you have problems with a team putting an effort in, you need to get a motivator in there. Now, you can't just do an interim thing, you bring up the assistant coach and do that, because that isn't going to get it motivated, because they are what they are already. And, you're seeing a lack of response by the team with everything that he was doing. Now, this in no way says that Bruce Cassidy is a bad coach, because we've had him here. He is a great coach. But when the team is not responding and is basically playing lackadaisical, you got to get a motivator in there. And John Tortorella is that. He's not going to pull any punches with anybody. He is a hard-nosed coach, and he's going to tell you like it is. Because you also need the experienced coach to bring you into the playoffs. And so you can't just bring anybody in and do it and expect to have results in the playoffs unless they have, won.
Yeah. So,
and that's why the change.
Yeah, I guess this though. Tortorella last season was the coach of the Philadelphia Flyers, and I'm not saying the talent, right? But 28, 36, and 9. Couldn't motivate them.
No,
I think
they had the talent level.
But I also feel like he's not a guy. See, but then you could also say that. Listen to some of these great coaches that we say, and they're like they didn't deserve to get there. Mike Vrabel last year, the New England Patriots did not deserve to be in the Super Bowl, but he somehow overcoached enough to get that team talented enough to win games that they needed to win.
Yeah, I think Vrabel displayed that he was a great coach and he could be a great motivator. I like, he's a hands-on kind of guy.
Literally,
and he's not afraid to get in there with them.
I just think Tortorella's. Yeah, I think Tortorella though was back because I remember when he went to the Rangers.
Yeah,
and they were like, "This is going to be right." I think it was right after Tampa Bay, and he's not. I don't think players respond to him the same way.
No, again, we're talking about a different type of athlete.
Yeah,
and. Will the team respond? Probably immediately, yes. But Tortorella has a habit of wearing out his welcome.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going to happen in the postseason.
And here's the thing. You have Jack Eichel, and Marner. Those guys are going to dictate what's going to happen with that team. And if he has a relationship with those two guys, then there could be some success. Now, this has happened in the past. The Devils did it, and they ended up winning a Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So it has been done in the past. So, but do I think it's going to work like that? No, I don't think it's going to work like that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think he's not as good a coach as people.
But I think they'll play a lot better.
That's my opinion.
They'll play a lot better.
Yeah, I think they won last night, and it was, they had to come back. So maybe, I don't know.
It's all the motivation. Now,
to me, when you got a guy that
same style as like Cassidy as a play style, then it could really mesh well. But if you're changing the style of play at this juncture, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, Ron. You ready for your crazy stat? Crazy stat.
Okay.
You know who Ron Hextall is?
I do.
Do you know? You want to tell the fan? A Flyers goaltender. Yeah. Do you know that Ron Hextall in his career accumulated 569 penalty minutes?
Yes.
How many times do you see a goalie really get thrown in a box?
Well, they never go into the box.
Right? It doesn't happen, right? It's very rare.
No.
All right. Do you know that in 1988-89, he had 113 in a single season, which is an all-time record for a goaltender?
Yes.
So my man was dirty.
Oh, he was.
So That is crazy to think about that. A goaltender.
There wasn't anybody standing in front of him back then
So,
because you didn't have ankles.
yeah. So that's kind of crazy, right? 113 in a single season for a goaltender. And
That's
he
why
played
he was
a while.
so good. Nobody wanted to go in front of him.
Right? He played for a long time too, right?
He did. Yeah.
How long did he play for? Let's look that up.
He's also the first goalie to score a goal.
Oh, yeah? Look at you,
Yeah.
crazy stat. See that? He played for 13 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, his rookie year, he faced 1,929 shots. Holy cow. He played together. That team didn't have a defense. All right, Ron. That was fun. That was good talk. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think this was going to move for Vegas, but we will see. We shall see. We shall see. All right. It is time for pick and roll.
It's time for Pick and Roll.
All right, tonight's pick and roll 2014. We are on episode 14 of season 6. No hamstrings attached. So we decided to do some 2014 NFL wide receivers that were drafted that year. And those receivers would be Mike Evans, Odell Beckham Jr., Brandon Cooks, Devontae Adams, Allen Robinson, and Jarvis Landry. And we're going to rank them from 6 to 1. You are first with your pick and roll, Ron. So have at it.
I feel like we're going to have the same thing, or it's going to be pretty darned close.
Pretty darned.
Number 6, I have Jarvis Landry. 713 receptions, 7,870 yards, 11.0 per reception, 38 touchdowns, 5 Pro Bowls, but I'm looking at those numbers. It just wasn't enough. I know the Pro Bowls, he's got 5 of them, but I don't like the Pro Bowl thing.
I know you don't. Yeah.
All Pro is better for me. Number 5, I have Allen Robinson. You might have those two switch because of the 5 Pro Bowls, but 565 receptions is far too low for my taste. 7,058 yards, 12.5 yards per reception, 43 touchdowns. He did have more touchdowns than Landry, but only 1 Pro Bowl. It was like, I don't know. I think both of them are terrible. Sorry.
Okay.
Number 4, Odell Beckham with his 575 receptions, 7,987 yards, 13.9 per reception, 59 touchdowns, 1 Super Bowl, and 3 Pro Bowls. He also won a Rookie of the Year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did.
He's only marginally better than the other 2.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I think he's one of the most overrated receivers of all time.
Could be heading back to the Giants.
Making 1 catch doesn't make you a great receiver.
And the Giants talking about bringing him back. So we'll see.
Oh, God. Good luck. Number 3, Brandon Cooks, 734 receptions, 9,811 yards, 100. Oh my God, I can't read my own writing. 13.4 receptions yards per reception. 60 touchdowns, far and away better than the other 3 guys. I think it's easy. He's number 3. Number 1 and number 2 were much more difficult, and I wavered back and forth on these 2. I ended up settling on Mike Evans being number 2, 866 receptions, 13,052 yards, 15.1 yards per reception, which is the best out of all of these guys.
Yes.
And 108 touchdowns, 1 Super Bowl, 6 Pro Bowls. Now, with that being said, Devontae Adams, 1,017 receptions, a lot more than Mike Evans. They played 2 games different.
Yeah.
So Adams played 2 games more. So all of these stats equal out as part of the games. Devontae Adams, 12,633 yards, so a little less than Evans. 12.4 yards per reception is a big difference in my book. But 117 touchdowns, that is more touchdowns, 6 Pro Bowls, and the 3 All-Pro made me pick Adams just barely over Mike Evans.
All right. Sort of a little different. Little bit. But I will say this. I'm going to blow your mind, Ron, because I did a Ron stat for this. I did a Ron stat.
Okay.
Not Linda. So not a lot of people are going to get that one, Ron. I knew you would.
That's good.
Huh?
Oh my God, that was so awesome.
All right.
That's your best one ever. Ever.
All
Give
right.
yourself a round of applause.
All right. All right. Thank you. All right.
Ron stat. That's great.
Not a Linda Ron stat. All right. So, Allen Robinson, I had at number 6. He played in 139 games. You already read all the numbers. But this is why I came with a Ron stat. The way I ranked a lot of these guys was receptions per game in their career. Yeah. So Allen Robinson only averaged 4 receptions per game, which was the lowest of the group.
That's a good one. That's great. I like that.
So then I did Brandon Cooks at number 5 because he played in 173 games, 734 receptions. Great. But he only averages 4.2 receptions per game. So he averages only 4.2. At 4, Odell Beckham Jr. In 119 games, he averaged 4.8 receptions, almost 5 receptions a game. The guy that leads all of these or second of all these receivers, believe it or not, was Jarvis Landry, because he only played in 132 games, Ron, with 713 receptions, which means he averaged 5.4 receptions per game, which was the second highest of this group. At 2, agree with you. Mike Evans, phenomenal player, championship, 4.9. He averaged less than Jarvis Landry, believe it or not, receptions per game. I mean, obviously he's still playing. Number 1, though, Devontae Adams averages 5.7 receptions per game, almost 6 per game. Clearly the leader in this. And then you talked about his numbers are ridiculous. 1,000 receptions already in his career. He's going to get to probably 12 to 1,300 for his career. So phenomenal career for Devontae Adams. So the Jarvis Landry thing is what threw it off for me, because I'm that 5.4, and he only played in 132 games. Brandon Cooks played in 40 more games than him. So if you look at it, 20 catches. If Jarvis Landry played 20 more games,
I see
40 more games. So
the only thing that counters that, though, Eric, is what they did with those receptions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're getting more yards, more touchdowns, from the other guys, where Landry didn't have that breakaway speed, and he was the worst as far as yards per reception.
Yep. No, that's why I said we could look at it a couple different ways.
Yeah,
I think that's what's
certainly interesting.
That's what makes it fun.
That is something that could definitely break a tie.
Yeah.
And so if I was to look at that, then maybe I should have Jarvis Landry ahead of Allen Robinson. So you change my mind there.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's fair. Good list, though. Good wide receivers.
It is a good list.
That was a good class. Yeah,
it was. And those are just the receivers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Ron. With that, let's talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame voting. This will be the last week to cast your votes. Marcel Dion, or Narcel's brother, is in the Hall of Fame with Bonnie Blair. Both got in last month because of the
Irene
fans.
Woost is eliminated for ever being in there.
Never going to meet. Never going to have a shot. So with that, Ron, that means this is your final week to cast your votes. If you haven't already done it, do it now. Scan this QR code. Go to the site. Vote for golf. Jack Nicklaus, Tom Watson, Gary Player, Fuzzy Zella, Lee Trevino. Jack Nicklaus is leading in this. Need some votes on this, guys. This is the last opportunity to get one of these guys in this week. Scan that QR code. Send it to your friends. I don't care what you do right now. Let's get some votes. Let's get some votes here. Not a lot of votes for the golf. I even put it on some golf sites to try to get some, and still nothing. So I'm a little disappointed that we haven't got more votes on this. Vote. Let's get one of these guys in. It'll be our first golf member.
Is it?
Right? I think so. Is it not? Do we have somebody else in golf?
I thought we did. Isn't Tiger in there?
No, he's in jail. Oh, no, he's not in jail anymore. Wow.
All right, let me get the list up of everybody. I'm gonna bring up. Where is it? Right here. Let me see. Golf.
No golf.
Soccer. Boxing.
Got a sportscaster in, John Matt.
You're absolutely right. I didn't realize that we have no golfers.
This will be our first golfer into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So that's a big honor. Sportscaster got in with John Madden. That was our first ever. So we're adding to the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. So please vote. Scan that QR code. And also for Major League Baseball, Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, Kevin Brown, Roger Clemens. I will say this, Randy Johnson is starting to run away with this thing. But again, you have a chance to vote. This is the final week to get one of these guys into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame.
Come on, Greg. We need Maddux up there. Come on.
Maddux. I don't know if I still have. I think I got rid of I did. So again, these players just voted for Nicklaus because I like the name. All right. Is that what your kid's name is going to be, Manny? I think Manny. Did you have the baby already, Manny? I think it was due this week.
The baby Manny?
Baby Manny. We got a baby Manny. So Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus voted. You can cast your votes now for Major League Baseball. Again, Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, Kevin Brown, or Roger Clemens. These are some phenomenal pitchers. So really good opportunity there as well. All right, my friend. Final week. Last week. Next week. Guess what? We have 2 new inductees in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, and we'll begin our next voting for the next 2 members. So it's going fast, man. It's going fast. All right, it is prediction time. What a week for this guy last week. Man.
Is it football next time?
I think football isn't. Could be.
I think so.
So I am looking forward to that. So predictions. Let's bring up that prediction chart. Last week, 8-3. This guy, Ron, 5-6. Manny, 6-5. No, not yet. He's too comfortable. Doesn't want to come out. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. James also went 6-5 last week. You all have a chance to continue to improve on that. You can join us every Friday on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Kick, Twitch, you name it, and be able to give us your predictions, get your name on the chart. We'd love to add more names to the chart. With that, Ron, we are starting off with the NBA tomorrow. You've got the San Antonio Spurs at the Denver Nuggets. Who are you taking?
That's a tough one because I don't like going against the Joker.
You got to go against Wemby.
Yeah, that's the downside of that. I'm going to take San Antonio.
Ooh, wow, I am surprised because usually you're I take Jokic no matter what type of guy. But I agree with you. I think the Spurs are playing some fun. Listen, the Spurs, to me, if they keep this pace up, they are going to be the NBA champions. Because
they were 9-1 in their last 10.
Yeah,
and they didn't gain any ground because also 9-1 was OKC.
Yeah, OKC as well. Gentlemen, if you're out there live Give us your picks. The San Antonio Spurs. Kenny went with the Spurs. Kenny jumping on the YouTube. All right. So Manny's going with the Spurs as well. All right. Also in the NBA, you got the Knicks at the Atlanta Hawks. That's on the 6th, Ron. I don't like the way the Knicks are playing right now. I think they're sloppy. I don't think they don't travel well. Atlanta's been playing good basketball. I'm going with the Hawks here in an upset.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I don't think it's that much of an upset. I don't like how the Knicks are limping into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Atlanta Hawks as well.
All right. Gentlemen, Knicks at Hawks. Who are you taking? This is it's Hawks. Hawks could be some trouble in the postseason.
Yeah, I know they can.
Them, the Hornets we talked about.
Kenny's going
Hawks. All right. No, Manny's going in. He's a big Atlanta guy. He was upset that they got rid of the
Knicks.
Oh, he's going Knicks. Wow. Thought he was upset about them not doing the strip at night. All right. That's why he's picking them, the Knicks. All right. Also, this game changes now. On the 7th, the OKC Thunder at the Los Angeles Lakers. Ron, who you taking?
Yeah, this is a tough one. It's such a tough decision on who to pick on this one.
Yeah, it's tough.
OKC is so bad on the road. But I'm going to go with them. I'm going to go out on a limb thinking they might win this game.
All right, the Thunder, I think, yeah. I've seen fire and I've seen rain, but I also see the Thunder smoking the Lakers in this game. Because, no Doncic.
Could it be a record if they beat them by like 40 points and have 2 games that are back-to-back that are like 80 total points differential?
It could be.
Is that a record?
It probably not, but it could be.
Has to be.
Well, maybe crazy stat next week for you. Kenny's going Lakers.
Kenny, are you out of your mind?
With no Doncic, Kenny's going Lakers. Manny going OKC. Kenny likes to be on the wild side. He likes to be under 500. That's his guy. All right. Tomorrow, you got the Vegas Golden Knights at the Edmonton Oilers. Who you taking? Oh, it's my pick. I'm going Edmonton here. I don't like Vegas. I don't like the coaching change. Oilers are playing some really good hockey at the right time, so I'm going Edmonton.
Yeah, I'm going Edmonton too. They're going to be at home. They have to travel, to get there, and they're just not going to measure up.
Yeah. I think the Oilers they're in
playoff
mode.
Is having an unbelievable season on defense. He leads all defensemen in points. They go on the power play, you're doomed. And if they're going to play that aggressive with Tortorella, they're going to get a lot of penalties.
Kenny's going Knights. Manny's going Oilers. On the 7th, you get the Boston Bruins at the Carolina Hurricanes, Ron.
Carolina. Carolina.
You did this last week.
Needed.
You did this last week, and the Bruins won.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I'm taking one for the team here.
All right. But I also feel like Boston's coming back down to earth. They were playing well against good teams. The last couple games, not so well. And Hurricanes play very good at home. So I'm going with the Carolina Hurricanes as well. Canes. Got the Bruins at the Canes. Gentlemen, who are you taking? This game's tied, by the way. UConn is South Carolina 15-15. 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Low-scoring game. And, gentlemen, start your engines. Okay. Carolina. Kenny. Kenny's going Carolina. Manny, who you taking? Bruins at Canes.
Heads Carolina, tails California.
Manny's going Carolina as well. Clean sweep on that one. All right. On the 9th, you got the Minnesota Wild at the Dallas Stars. both of these teams playing really poor hockey. Honestly, I think they're both like 3-5 and whatever or 4. So it's a tough bid, but I'm going Wild here, traveling and beating the Stars.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas. I think Dallas is right on the heels of Colorado. So I think they're playing more of desperate hockey to trying to get that number 1 seed, and I think Dallas is gonna overcome, Minnesota's surge.
Man, he's going Dallas. Dallas is already in, also with Colorado, so I don't know if they're gonna play as
well.
tough.
There's only a few points that separate them, so if they can win some games, they can overtake Colorado.
All right, Kenny. Kenny's going Dallas as well. All right, I'm on an island by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, Danny's. Holy cow. Wow. Look at that. All right, we got baseball, Ron. Got the Milwaukee Brewers at the Kansas City Royals. Best of 3 series. So who's winning the series, Ron?
I'm going to take Milwaukee. I don't know. Call me crazy. Kansas City off to a great start, I guess. That's why you picked this.
They're both in first.
Yes. They'll only be one of them will be in first when they leave. So I'm going Milwaukee.
I agree with you here. I'm going with the Brew Crew, the Brewers. Royals, I think 500, 3-3. I don't know if they won today. Actually, they're playing tonight. So I was just, and Danny's happy you're back. Yeah, it was tough
I'm
fight.
happy I'm back too, Danny.
His legal counsel is better than Facebook. So
yes, yes. I just did that. You're out of order thing. That I did.
It works every time.
Works every time. That was great. We're in favor of you.
Works every time.
It does.
That and the 2 Utes. The 2 Utes works every time. Kenny, they both went Kansas City. I don't know if they know something we don't. Who sued you? You interviewed for sports.
I can't.
You can't. Yes.
I can't say anything
Next
about
thing you know,
the case.
Can't. Top secret. South Carolina leading, by the way. 4-3 tonight. We've got the number 1 Texas Longhorns versus the number 1 UCLA Bruins in the ladies matchup, Ron. Even though Texas beat them in the only loss for the UCLA Bruins, I don't think they do it twice. I'm going UCLA here.
Eric, I also went UCLA. Boy, this is a tough one. I mean, all of these games are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going UCLA. I think it's going to be a close one, but they're going to gut it out.
All right. Gentlemen, who you taking? Longhorns. Man, he always sticks to his Texas roots. Kenny look at Kenny with the little emoji. All right, Kenny.
Oh,
Longhorn.
Bust out the French horn there.
Yeah. South Carolina up by 5. They're on a run. 11-1 run. Wow. All right. Tomorrow, my Lakers have lost Luka. Yes. Substitute him, guys. Tomorrow night, you got
You should play for them.
Number 3, Illinois is fighting Illini versus number 2, UConn Huskies in the men's Final Four, Ron. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Illinois. I think they're going to get it done.
I agree with you. I think the Huskies' dramatic win, that took so much to get there and win that game that I feel like it might have been too much. So I'm going Illinois as well.
I think we only have one difference so far.
The hockey.
Yeah, Dallas, Minnesota.
Yeah. Who you taking, gentlemen? UConn versus the Illini of Illinois. Men's Final Four. It's almost over. Manny's going UConn. My heart wants to say UConn, but I don't know.
You can change.
Nah, no, I'm going to stick with it.
Kenny?
Stick with my gut, not my
Kenny's
heart.
going to go UConn. There's no way he's going Illinois. He went Illinois.
Told you. Kenny might just not want to jinx the team. And he's watching the ladies right now, not playing great. Also on the 4th, tomorrow, you got the number 1 Michigan Wolverines versus number 1 Arizona Wildcats. This is going to be a game for the ages. I was so torn. I want to go Michigan, but I'm going Arizona. I just think they're on a run right now. They're on a run. On Arizona.
Yeah, I'm picking Arizona too.
Such a
I was hoping you would go Michigan.
I really wanted to. I really did. But I don't know. I just feel like the Wildcats. Oh, he doesn't like UConn. Look at Kenny. Wow, we learned something about Kenny today. Crazy stat about Kenny. Doesn't like the UConn Huskies. You know why though, Ron? He probably does because they win. Wow, that was not nice. Man, he's going Arizona. Kenny, who you going here? Michigan, Arizona, Wolverines. Kenny, I give you credit, man. I would do that too.
Isn't that like half the teams in the college? I feel like everybody's a Wolverine or
some kind of animal.
A
wildcat, a husky. Yeah, the husky, they're all like kind of this. Yeah. Although there's a fright and a lion eye in there. I don't know what those are. All right. Ron, it's been a great show. That is our predictions. Tune in next week. Oh, Danny's going to Arizona. All right. He's got one.
Oh, Danny got in there.
Danny going 0 for 1. Hopefully not, because that means we both lost. With that, Ron, it is final thoughts time, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. You are first this week, so your final thoughts.
I gotta breathe first. Whoops. Look, we talked about the Red Sox till I was blue in the face and ready to burst, but I just can't get over it. I can't get over it. This is a franchise that probably makes more money than almost all of the teams in baseball outside of Yankees, Dodgers. I don't think anybody makes more money. This team decided a couple of years ago to not go after free agents anymore. They were just going to trade for the players that they want, thinking, hey, we instead of going out and getting a player, we're going to trade. Well, that theory seems nice, but you're also trading your prospects for those players that are just not good enough. And you're just throwing away prospects. I'd rather have you just trade away somebody for draft picks and then keep drafting great players like Tampa Bay does. And they always seem to contend.
Mm-hmm. Every year.
But you can't do that because you have an organization led by idiots. So not only do you squander your free agents by not trading them or trading them for a bag of balls, and you give away all your prospects, so you're never going to get better. It just doesn't happen. Because we all know that at trade deadline, we're going to say goodbye to Jarren Duran. We're going to say goodbye to Trevor Story. And probably a couple other players. And again, then we go to next year. It's like, oh, but we got so much for these guys. Now it's time to sign some free agents again. Oh, well, we're not going to do that again. We're just going to trade the guys that we got for other guys that are just mediocre. Like Sonny Gray last year, 4.28 ERA. This is your savior. For Giolito, I couldn't remember his name. Giolito had a great season, a reclamation project that actually worked. Go figure. Nope. Why sign him? Why re-sign him? No, let him go. We lost him for nothing. This philosophy is not going to work. And it's only a matter of time before the fans are sick of it, because I've already reached that point. I don't want anything to do with the Red Sox right now. Nothing. I found myself today, while the Red Sox were playing, to change it, and I watched Polo instead.
Oof.
Polo.
Great. If we got to start covering Polo, we're in. But
I'm so fed up with the Red Sox organization. I don't care if they lose every game from here until eternity.
Well said. I will say the one thing too that is disappointing is when the players help them. I was thinking about this the other day. Roman Anthony's contract and the fact that he signed it so early, and clearly if he lives up to potential, it's going to be grossly underpaid.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they try to cut deals early with guys they know could be successful just because they don't want to have to pay them.
Yep.
More of the top market. So no,
and then they'll just trade them away to Dodgers.
Yeah, well said. Well said. Really well said.
Yeah, I wish I could buy the team.
Yeah. So my final thought, honestly, we talk a lot about that 4-letter network, but I'm going to say it today. ESPN, I'm super proud of what they did yesterday. It was World Autism Awareness Day. And during the NFL Live broadcast, they had Madden Orlovsky. He is the son of Dan Orlovsky, the former UConn quarterback, NFL pro, who has autism. And during the show, they allowed him to be brave and show courage, and just the way they displayed the moment. There wasn't a dry eye in the studio. I started to cry, just how proud I was of ESPN for allowing, the world to see what it was, autism, and what it's like, and how these, kids and families cope and deal and grow from it. So such a great job to them on Autism Awareness Day. So I just wanted to say, we always criticize a lot of players, athletes, networks when they do some really negative things or dumb things. This was one of the things I think they should really be proud of, because it showcased how they care about their people, their families. So great job to ESPN with that. And Madden Orlovsky, what a phenomenal job he did. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend looking it up. It is a tearjerker. It's inspiring. So great job to them. With that, Ron, it is the end of our show. Danny wants to know where he stands. I don't know if you can see it. But I want to thank those that joined us live tonight. Hugo, Manny, Kenny, Danny, thank you all for joining us live tonight. We appreciate it. Join us at 6 p.m. next week, where it's going to be even more heated. We'll have a championship in college basketball, so I'm sure we'll be talking about that. Love to get into some of the World Cup. So, Manny, if you're on next week, we could definitely talk some World Cup as well. But with that, Ron, we are going to end our show. We want to thank everyone, and we want to ask for one thing and one thing only, and we will continue to ask for it till we get it, and that's peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.